Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gumansing. The deadline for filing taxes on income earned in 2016 falls on Tuesday, April 18th on the continental U.S. as well as in the territory. Normally, the deadline for filing tax returns is April 15th, but the District of Columbia, home of the Internal Revenue Service, celebrates Emancipation Day on April 17th this year. As a result, the deadline to file is Tuesday. Stephanie Brown reports.
Across the continental U.S., Tuesday, April 18th is tax day this year. The offices of the Virgin Islands Bureau of Internal Revenue were busy throughout the day. Residents in the Virgin Islands should note that deadlines are quickly approaching in regards to filing income taxes. On Wednesday, Marvin Pickering, the director of the Virgin Islands Bureau of Internal Revenue, informed about the steps his department has taken to assist local taxpayers.
We conducted, in conjunction with students from the University of the Virgin Islands Business School, we held our taxpayer assistance program beginning February 28th, and that just ended April 8th. We had working with us students from the UVI Business School, those primarily in the accounting program, and working alongside with our agents.
According to Director Pickering, the partnership yielded about 1,000 tax returns this tax season. If residents need more time to file their taxes, they need to file an extension at an IRB office. IRB offices are extending their services to assist taxpayers.
We have extended hours today from 7 o'clock this morning until 7 this evening. The final day, the deadline for filing, is April 18th.
Also, bona fide residents of the Virgin Islands should adhere to Virgin Islands tax laws. Director Pickering exclaimed that his department has several open cases at this time investigating individuals as well as businesses that have filed their taxes outside of the Virgin Islands. At the governor's last press conference, it was stated that back taxes will be released soon, and Director Pickering spoke further.
We intend to pay income tax refunds as soon as our cash position improves.
For News 2, I'm Stephanie Shalana Brown.
Now, if a taxpayer does not apply for an extension, they may have penalty fees associated. Be sure to count on 2. We'll have more information for you tomorrow. In other news, Governor Mapp's Ports of Charlotte Amalie Task Force was introduced today at Government House St. Thomas. Members of the media were invited to the briefing related to the work of Governor Mapp's Ports of Charlotte Amalie Task Force. Count on 2. We will have more on Thursday's newscast. Meanwhile, former Senator Clifford Graham has been announced as WICO's new president. The West Indian Company made the announcement that Clifford Graham will assume the position of President and Chief Executive Officer commencing on Monday, May 1st, 2017. Mr. Graham stated, "I am honored and humbled to be selected as the President and Chief Executive Director of the West Indian Company Limited, and I pledge to build on the successes of the company as we seek to maintain Charlotte Amalie as a premier destination in the Caribbean." The WICO Port facilities and the GERS Havenside Mall have been a destination for both locals and visitors, and Graham says he will continue to explore ways to improve the properties and incorporate new amenities to foster new business and greater economic activity. WICO's acting chair Joyce Dorr Griffin said a major goal for the new CEO will be to maintain the long-standing relationship with the cruise lines as they explore ways to grow the market share of the destination. Graham's focus will not end at the boundaries of the WICO and GERS properties. His focus will also be on improving the overall tourism product in the USVI as the territory seeks ways to continuously refresh and enrich our destination. Senator Clifford Graham bid farewell back in January after serving the Virgin Islands for 2 terms as senator. Well, in response to the request by Governor Mapp, United States Department of Health and Human Services has agreed to extend for another year the assignment of Dr. Michelle Davis to serve as the Virgin Islands Commissioner of Health. The acting Assistant Secretary for Health, Dr. Don Wright, relayed to the governor that his secretary, Dr. Thomas E. Price, appreciated the request. Dr. Davis is able to serve as commissioner in the territory under the Intergovernmental Personnel Act, which allows temporary assignment to other government agencies. Governor Mapp thanked her for her willingness to continue serving. Dr. Davis says she is honored to continue her service, which is now authorized through March 14th, 2018. After the initial round of post-election vote counting, Janelle Saru has mathematically won the open seat in the Virgin Islands legislature. There are still more than 200 absentee ballots to be counted. However, Saru's current vote margin is larger than the votes left to be counted. The Elections Board plans to meet on Tuesday, April 18th, to count all remaining absentee ballots. Count on two to keep you updated. A former government employee who confessed and pleaded guilty to participating in a scheme to defraud the government through a property auction has been barred from engaging in any future public auction for several years. On Tuesday, Attorney General Claude Walker settled a civil claim against Calford Charleswell, who admitted to his role in the conspiracy, which occurred during an August 30th, 2012 property bid conducted by the Office of the Lieutenant Governor. As part of the settlement, Charleswell, 51 of Anna's Retreat, has agreed to refrain from personally participating or associating with any real estate agent, broker, or other person for purposes of participating in any property auction conducted by the Office of the Lieutenant Governor, Office of the Tax Assessor, for a period of 5 years. In all, 4 men, Charleswell, Sylvester Warner, Paul Sabers, and Edward McKenzie, were taken into custody and charged. Tomorrow and Friday, government offices and public schools will close to observe the Christian Holy Week, which includes Good Friday. On this day in the territory, the Department of Licensing and Consumer Affairs Commissioner Devin Carrington would like to remind business owners and the public of certain restrictions. Commissioner Carrington explained.
I would like to remind the general public of the existence of the statutory prohibition on the sale by restaurants and bars of any drinks that are made with distilled liquors. When we talk about distilled liquors, we're talking about brandy, whiskey, rum, and vodka. So that between the hours of 9 a.m. on Good Friday and 4 p.m. on Good Friday, bars and restaurants are prohibited from serving any type of drinks that are made up of any distilled liquors. After 4 o'clock.
Governor Kenneth Mapp extended his best wishes to Virgin Islanders celebrating the Passover and Easter holidays and clarifies the time off in observance of Holy Thursday, Good Friday, and the Easter holiday. All offices of the Virgin Islands government will be closed on Thursday, April 13th, Friday, April 14th, and Monday, April 17th. Normal office hours will resume on Tuesday, April 18th. Well, there was an early dismissal at the Gladys Abraham Elementary School today, Wednesday, April 12th at 12 p.m., and that was due to a water service interruption affecting the school. School buses arrived at 12 to transport students to their regular drop-off locations. WAPA technicians were on site and working to rectify the problem. The Virgin Islands Department of Education, Office of the Insular Superintendent, St. Thomas St. John District, they're reminding parents that all Virgin Islands public schools will resume classes on Tuesday, April 18th, following the Easter holiday. Campus of the Virgin Islands Department of Education, Adult Education Programs in Estate Richmond, St. Croix, they are sporting a facelift just in time for the Easter holidays, courtesy of the Department of Public Works. After it was requested, not only did DPW come and assist with the driveway, but they cleared branches and pruned bushes from around the campus, making it more visible and attractive to the adult learners. The team of DPW workers, authorized by Dennis Brow, DPW Assistant Commissioner, patched potholes near the entrance, scraped drains, cleared branches away from the wall near the roadside, and spruced up the campus in general. The school team was indeed grateful. Ashamed. That's how the CEO of United Airlines says he felt after seeing video of a bloody passenger being dragged off a plane. That video has since gone viral. Now the CEO says his airlines is making changes to ensure nothing like that ever happens again.
It was a system failure.
Oscar Munoz, the CEO of United Airlines, promising to change policies after this video went viral. The bloodied passenger, Dr. David Dow, screams as police drag him off the packed plane in order to fit more crew on board. Ultimately, Dow had to be hospitalized.
Probably the word ashamed comes to mind. He was a paying passenger sitting on our seat in our aircraft, and no one should be treated that way. period.
Initially, Munoz issued an apology for, quote, reaccommodating Dow and 3 other passengers. Now the CEO telling ABC News his statement didn't go far enough.
I think my first reaction to most issues is to get the facts and circumstances. And my initial words fell short of truly expressing what we were feeling.
Munoz says the airline is conducting an internal review and will, among other things, empower employees to use more common sense and not let police drag passengers off flights.
A law enforcement official will never come on one of your planes again.
To remove a booked, paid, seating passenger, we can't do that.
I'm Mary Maloney reporting.
And keeping our eye on the economy, let's take a look at the New York Stock Exchange with the Stock Market Watch. Looking at the numbers there, we can see everything down. Dow 59, NASDAQ 30, S&P 500 down at 8. Coming up on News 2, more Easter egg hunts on the way, plus Jimmy Charles is back. He's here to premiere his new music video that was shot right here in St. Thomas called About Summertime, and you may just have a cameo. Welcome back. Turning our attention to Caribbean news in Dominica, News Channel 5 reports the Minister of Health acknowledges All Saints University School of Medicine partnership with the government of the economic benefits of its school operating in the country. Here's more.
The Minister for Health has acknowledged some of the economic benefits of having All Saints University operating in the country. Mr. Darrow told the 30th White Coat ceremony on Saturday government would ensure the partnership with the university grows from strength to strength.
The students who come here for the period of 2 to 3 years, okay, you rent homes, a lot of you take rentals, you spend money, you go to the banks. So all of this business is something that we recognize, and which is why we give our commitment that this relationship will continue.
Darrow told the White Coat recipients their successors will be entering the country at a very exciting time when a sizable investment is being made in Dominica's healthcare system to include construction of a new hospital funded by the People's Republic of China.
You would have heard that we are well into the construction of one new national hospital, a $40 million facility. And not only will we have, of course, a higher bed capacity and more modern equipment, etc., exciting new services, but it will also expand the whole area potential for teaching to institutions like yourself, Ross University.
And as is often the case at a White Coat ceremony, recipients received some advice on their journey into the next phase of their medical studies.
And practice with conscience and dignity. Be ethical. Be kind. Do not be guided solely by the pursuit of money. That is important, but it has its place. We want you to show the best care for those you serve, and the rest will fall in line.
The White Coat ceremony is not a graduation ceremony. Recipients have just completed their basic medical sciences, the first part of their training. They'll soon move on to the clinical sciences section next. All Saints University opened its doors here in 2006 with 20 students. The current student body is reported to be between 500 and 700.
Well, back here at home, the governing board of the Virgin Islands Water and Power Authority on Tuesday took action to secure financing for the acquisition of new generators slated to improve reliability and efficiency at WAPA's 2 power plants. This action came in a special meeting in which the board considered a pair of financial matters. Approved by the body was also a term sheet for WAPA's electric system revenue senior bond anticipation notes for the proposed financing, acquisition, construction, and installation of new generation equipment, and the construction of centralized control rooms and operational centers in each island district. Also approved was a 5th supplemental resolution authorizing the issuance of the Series 2017A bond anticipation notes. The Better Together team of Innovative and Choice Wireless reminds everyone about the grand opening ceremony for the new premier local telecommunications provider in the USVI. You have been seeing the promotional ads and teams out to hype up the big event. A new brand will be unveiled at the Tutu Park Customer Experience Center. And just a note, in commemoration of Easter as well, the Innovative Choice business offices and retail stores in St. Thomas, St. John, and St. Croix will be closed on Friday, April 14th and Saturday, April 15th. Innovative's business offices, which includes the customer care departments for Innovative Telephone, Innovative Cable TV, and Innovative Long Distance. They're located at Estate Diamond, St. Croix, Tutu Park Mall in St. Thomas, and the Marketplace in St. John. The Innovative Choice wireless retail stores at Estate Diamond in St. Croix, Tutu Park, and the Marketplace in St. John will also be closed on Friday. Just a quick note to all our viewers, a reminder, there will be a change in programming due to the Good Friday holiday. News 2 will be preempted by a special Caribbean Passport. News 2 will be back on air Monday at 7 p.m. and 11. Again, News 2 will be preempted by Caribbean Passport at 7 p.m. on Good Friday. Commissioner of Labor Catherine Hendry wishes to invite employers, not-for-profit organizations, and training service providers to participate in this year's Summer Youth Work Experience and Training Program through the VI Department of Labor. VITAL is seeking employers and agencies who are interested in providing a 6-week work experience and job training activities for youth ages 16 to 24. Service providers as well, and organizations interested in providing life skills and career exploration activities for youths ages 14 to 15. The program should run for no more than 4 weeks. Mini grants of up to $4,800 are available for qualified providers. Interested employers and organizations can obtain the application by contacting the offices or by visiting www.vidol.gov. The deadline to apply is May 19th. Well, Jimmy Charles is back in the VI to premiere his new music video right here on St. Thomas called About Summertime. He said so much of the video was shot here, so it was appropriate to premiere it. He is a country music television featured artist, former American Idol contestant, and is also known for his cancer-fighting, inspirational song Superman that earned him the National Prostate Cancer Spokesperson title. Here's more.
Really excited to be back in St. Thomas. We are premiering the video for About Summertime, which is my new nationally radio released song. Just released it last week, and the last time we were here for the Texas Chili Cook-Off, the whole band headlined this festival on the beach. That was just amazing, and we filmed with my buddy here, Paul, behind the camera, filmed this whole video. I'm a country artist from Nashville, Tennessee. I was an American Idol in season 9. I'm also the national spokesperson for Zero Cancer, which is a nationwide prostate cancer organization. I do a lot of work for them and travel across the country bringing awareness for men to get checked for prostate cancer and save lives with a song that I wrote called Superman.
Everything's fun about the video. I mean, we have some amazing clips from the Texas Society of the Virgin Islands Chili Cook-Off last August when they came down all together with the band. Crowd shots, just all kinds of wonderful people in the crowd. Parts from some of the different places where they played when they were here in August. We even go underwater.
Those are some great underwater shots there. Now you can see Jimmy Charles perform on April 12th, St. John Beach Bar, 7:30 to 10:30. April 13th at Lanai, which is at Lime Tree Beach, from 8 to 11 p.m. April 14th, Smoking Rooster, 7 to 10 p.m. Now the video premiere party, however, on St. Thomas is April 15th at Abbey Beach Bar from 4 to 7 p.m. On St. John, April 16th from 7:30 to 10:30 p.m. Speaking about music and fun, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend for Carnival. Our Carnival schedule, Saturday, April 15th. It's the Queen Selection Show, 8 p.m. at the Lionel Roberts Stadium. Saturday, April 15th, again, is a Queen Selection Show, and the 5 Queen contestants are number 1, Anakia Hatchett, number 2, Krista Chesterfield, number 3, Amisha Bailey, number 4, Kenya Nielsen and Mary Alice Prosper, number 5. Now, the very next day, the young ones hit the red carpet for the Toddlers Derby. That starts at 4 p.m. That event also includes the Best Dressed Doll competition and the traditional games. On Monday, April 17th, the Royal Schneider Hospital's lobby area will be transformed for the pre-carnival celebration at 6 p.m. Then Tuesday, April 18th, don't miss our Junior Calypso competition, which kicks off at 8 p.m. at the Lionel Roberts Stadium. Virgin Islands Police Department, they are advising the general public that Hospital Gata, which is the road directly outside the police station, that's closed to all southbound traffic until the end of the 65th Carnival celebration. They say this is due to the closure of the Fort Christian parking lot for the Carnival Village, as they always do. VIPD will make the necessary announcements when the road reopens for travel. St. John Administrator's Office looking at Easter events. They're presenting the annual Easter egg hunt. That's on Saturday, April 15th from 12 to 4 p.m. for youngsters from kindergarten to 6th grade. There'll be prizes, including some games, face painting, and more, and that's at the Battery again on April 15th. Also, a family fun day Easter extravaganza that's happening this Saturday, April 15th at the UVI Rec Center on the UVI Greens. There will be sporting activities such as basketball, tennis, sports, and also face painting, children's karaoke, and egg hunt. That's from 1:30 to 4:30 p.m. It's presented by the participants of the Access Visitation Family and Friends. Let's see what the weather is looking like for these Easter egg hunts. Stick around. Your News 2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.
Well, showers, that's the word of the week, really. We're expecting to see many showers throughout the next couple of days. Right now, we do have a low pressure system to the north of us, and that is creating some wet conditions there and also some cloud coverage. We could see a few showers over Puerto Rico and just a bit over the islands, a passing shower for some people. But a cold front is going to move through on Saturday, and that's when we're going to see more wet weather and rougher waves. For tonight, though, 74 degrees for the overnight low, a shower or two. Looking across the region tomorrow, St. John, 82 degrees. Also in St. Thomas, 82 degrees. And also in St. Croix, 85 degrees, a bit warmer. But again, we are expecting a few showers across the region. Not everybody gets wet, but certainly grab the umbrella before you head out the door. Looking at your marine forecast, the Atlantic waves 1 to 3 feet, winds out of the east from 5 to 10 knots. And the Caribbean side, well, it's a similar story. Waves 1 to 3 feet, winds out of the southeast from 5 to 10 knots. And we aren't expecting any kind of small craft advisories until perhaps the weekend when we see that cold front move through. We could see some choppy waters along with it. So looking at your 5-day forecast, on Friday, a shower or two, 83 degrees. By Saturday, that's when that front moves through, and we're expecting a pretty wet day. We're expecting multiple showers throughout the day. Definitely not the best beach day, a day you might want to figure out something to do indoors instead. On Sunday, a passing shower or two, 83 degrees. We expect your Sunday to be much more sunny and dry. And by Monday, just a spotty shower through the region, 82 degrees for your high temperature. Back to you, Sandy.
Okay, so a little wet going into the weekend. Jashara Williams, second grader, shares this beautiful picture there with some blue skies, sunshine, and cloudy conditions. Getting ready for that Easter celebration there, Jashara. Thank you for that. And that is all for this edition of News 2. Send your pictures to that address right there. And that's all for now. We'd like to thank you for joining us. That is all for now. We'll see you next time.